All right, guys. Welcome to another shoutcast this evening for NGS. I got with me Adanimo and or just nRg, and you may have seen him before. Hopefully, you have, and because that means you've come back to watch us again. So tonight we got Wedge of Destiny and DG Prime. So we're going to be playing out in Infernal Shrines this evening. What are your thoughts on Infernal Shrines?
Mine is everybody loves this map, obviously. No, it's a fun map, not gonna lie. It's got that spot where everybody wants to fight, which is obviously on the shrine. But there's some really interesting counterplay. If people choose not to go for the shrine, they can split push effectively. And it definitely offers up some really interesting team fights. So it's fun.
Yeah, I like the strategy and pose that you can have on Infernal Shrines because, like you said, you can split push the early objective. There's going all five in and potentially getting a lot more value out of it. You pick up a fort, maybe some kills along the way, or you get the safe XP across all the lanes. So we are now jumping on into the match. We will have we will have I guess I don't have issues. Okay. Draft wasn't switching. Okay, we're already in draft. That's good. So draft starting off. Wedge of Destiny and DG Prime. Taking a look at the scoreboard here, DG Prime is sitting kind of like middle towards the end of the pack. They're one win, two draws, three losses, and Wedge of Destiny has yet to pull out a domination victory. They've had four draws and one loss. Wedge of Destiny has been consistent, like being able to take games off people, but they haven't been strong enough yet to actually win a single series outright. Ooh, it looks like we're gonna see the bans between Diablo and Rush. How do you feel about that? Just seeing like both the tanks in neither Maiev or Phoenix or Stukov are taken off.
There are two frontliners that can influence a lot of fights regarding you know, team fights in general. And this is obviously a good map for Diablo as a frontliner. There's a lot of walls, ways for him to get a lot of value off his charge. And Garrosh can control the battle in the thick of things, and especially when he gets his power spikes. But I can understand and respect both the bans just on that fact.
Yeah, we're gonna see Sonya come out as a really early pick on the side of Wedge of Destiny. I'm not sure how I feel about like Sonya being a first pick here. It's it's interesting that Wedge would prioritize her so highly. In the counter side, we're going to see DG Prime pick up the Stukov, which is much more expected in my opinion than the Sonya. I feel like Sonya, even though she's a strong solo laner, it's an odd place to put her, especially because now you're directly allowing the enemy team to pick up some like power picks and potentially get a lane counter against Sonya.
Yeah, interesting. Sonya does get a lot of value off of Whirlwind. She's effective at pushing out a lane just in case they don't go for the shrine.
Yep.
And based on that fact, I can understand that they want to get a Stukov in the mix of things too. Just kind of control the fight. ETC obviously gets the power slide, push people away. He's a big body, so you kind of have to work around him and the silence.
Yeah. The silence combo with ETC is pretty powerful because you can power slide someone in to lock them in there, and when they try to run away, you can knock them back in with the face melt. And yeah, it's extra annoying because of that, since ETC has essentially double the CC in comparison to a lot of tanks, where the Garage can Q you in place there, but normally the combo for like a Garage and Stukov is he picks you up, tosses you back, and then Qs you in place versus like ETC where he can slide you in place, and then knock you back in again. The
Interesting
Malfurion,
Johanna ban.
yeah, the Johanna ban is really interesting. I'm not sure if they chose it solely as an ETC kind of like counter, because she has Condemn and Blessed Chill, which are very easy interrupts on a Mosh, and it looks like he's really wants to go for a Mosh Pit here. But
I'm predicting a Maiev.
Maiev would definitely be nice, especially with an E, because we already have the range damaged, and technically it would work for Wedge of Destiny too. Malfurion with the pull into Malfurion roots is really, really good. So the Maiev will be off the table, and it makes sense. She is strong, and with either of these two team comps, it's kind of scary to allow Prime to potentially have picked her up as well.
Yeah, Malfurion. It makes sense to pick him. They're both really strong supports right now, Malf and Stukov. So why would you not pick Malf?
Yeah, exactly. And it's interesting because even though Prime is probably looking for that Mosh, I feel like they sort of wasted the ban in the sense that they have Jaina and Sonya. So Sonya is going to be solo lane, obviously. Jaina is good wave clear. Like you can basically just have the Jaina in the 4-man, and you won't need anyone else to clear the waves. And actually, we can see why they banned the Johanna now.
Okay, Chen. We haven't seen Chen in ages, so I'm really kind of excited to see what's going to happen now.
Yeah, Chen is a very interesting pickup, especially with some tweaks on his kit. Nothing like that was, I'd say, to the point to put him in the meta, but it's definitely a spicy pick. And I can see no Johanna means significantly less interrupts. At this point, they only have Sonya really to interrupt his chug, and it's easy to root him in place though.
So he can just drink through Jaina's burst damage, if I'm
Yep.
not mistaken.
Yeah, he can definitely chug through that, and it'll be interesting to see if they pick up any of the tweaked talents that could potentially like give him a lot of power late game. Like I believe freshest ingredients, for instance, it's been buffed. So it'll be, yeah, definitely interesting.
Okay, there's the counter pick to Chen, the Tychus.
Yeah, I definitely like the counter pick with the Tychus. The downside for this pick is that right now he gets into range really easily for an ETC slide or Chen to Q onto him. But like Chen just gives him free stacks all day, especially if he goes for in the rhythm. If he doesn't, figure they are, basically he'll melt through the HP pool anyways of Chen before the shells can really do anything.
Prime, or yeah, DG, or is it Prime?
It's DG in brackets Prime. So there's a Prime and Alpha, I believe, two different teams that are probably part of the same organization.
Okay. All right, well, DG's gonna have to make some interesting decisions on this last pick. I feel like KT might be the pick, honestly. Goldan maybe. Oh, Propius. What? What is this?
I feel like Prime is going for like some super memes here. They got Probius, they got Chen, and what's interesting is that they're probably going to put the Probius, I assume, in the 4-man. They could also do something crazy like put Chen in the 4-man because Probius can solo lane as long as Probius does not get speared, they'll be okay, and he'll be able to clear those waves really, really easily. He basically a single Q with his combo will blow up an entire wave.
So looking at the drafts, Wedge of Destiny looks solid. However, I'm really actually excited for DG. I think they have something up their sleeve, and I think we're in for a treat here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you're busting out Chen, okay, that's one thing. But they didn't just buzz out Chen; they busted out Probius on top of this. So if they don't have a plan, then it's going to be one hell of a ride. If they do have a plan, I don't think Wedge of Destiny is going to be prepared for this. And like you were saying before, but while we were discussing the map, Infernal Shrines is a map you can split push on. I have a feeling that the first objective, they're going to have Probius just go as hard as possible to push, and he's going to like basically take a fort during the objective. At least that's possible. Like if he can set up on the objective before Wedge of Destiny, that's also a possibility because either one could work really well.
Yeah, Greymane. Greymane though, it's gonna be. This is I don't know. I think they're gonna go for the split push.
Yeah. All right. So our blue team is Wedge of Destiny, and we have Hidden Unis on the Sonya, got Fane on the Jaina, Karnith on the Inabarak, Jingle Sassy on the Tychus, and Dargok on the Malfurion.
On the red side is DG Prime. Graduation is rocking the Greymane. We have Probius played by Rowandine, Decidia on the Chen, X152 leader on Stukov, and Kratos is playing the ETC.
All right, let's see. Anything out of ordinary here? We're going to get the toughest nails here on Sonya. We're also getting Shando's Clarity instead of like the Nature Swiftness, and also the Dash on the Tychus. Other side, Prog Rock, Grung Infestation, Elusive Brawler, Warp Resonance, and finally the Perfect Aim. So we're going to get a Q build, it looks like, out of the Greymane. And I guess our expectations have not been met because they actually put Greymane in the top lane and have both Chen and Probius in the rotation.
Yeah, they're both ignoring the middle as much as they can, it seems. But now DG Prime head into the mid lane to try to see if they can apply pressure with the Probius.
Yeah, they'll be able to clear this up pretty fast. I'm still surprised they opted to have Greymane up there. But, I mean, he's able to hold the lane against Hidden Unis as long as Hidden Unis doesn't come in and spear him in the face, which he's looking to do right now. Graduation going on in. Hidden Unis trying to trade, and Karnith is in there.
Oh, the gank.
Very nice. I don't know what Graduation was thinking there. Like, he doesn't win a duel 1v1 against Sonya, especially because she has tough as nails.
Yeah, kind of a misplay by DG Prime, just kind of trying to duel the Sonya. Not what you want to do, and he should have been checking the minimap to see if people are missing. He didn't see that noob come in.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You need to keep vision for your team and give good call outs, because Graduation was fighting up there for a decent amount of time. The rotation wasn't, you know, instant, but it was fast enough to catch out Graduation. Ooh, this is really, yeah, really ballsy call. They rotate up over to the Shaman camp, but then they don't actually start it. A bit of a waste of time there on the side of DG Prime.
Yeah, they wanted that bruiser, but they're like, too risky, too early.
Yeah, they actually would have been fine too if we go by what was on the map before. Jingle Sassy, though, getting bodied by Basilia. And we got Kratos there with his slide. The follow-up, Jingle Sassy will be going down. And that is the first counter kill on the side of DG Prime.
Yeah, well played by DG Prime, recognizing that he was caught out by himself. Two people joined in the fray and just eliminated him from the bottom lane, which gives Probius a lot of room and working power right now.
Yeah, we'll see what they opt to do with Probius. It looks like he's going to set up in the mid lane and slowly push in. He's going to try and clear this stuff up. Meantime, we're going to see the Vengeful Roots, the bit of Barbs. We're actually going to see the fight break out here. A nub.
Chen being looked at.
Yeah, Chen is getting really low. A nice slide from Kratos. He will get the knockback, but he's going to be walking through the blizzard, and he's going to be taken out.
Okay, that was... ETC should have definitely saved his slide. He used it a little too early and definitely got punished.
Yeah, that's why... if you don't know how to play ETC, or you're not playing ETC to his fullest, just watch J-How's video on the bump and slide. It basically explains how someone like Breeze will use face melt to bump him away and then use the slide. So for the Tychus, we did get the bigger they are here, which will melt through Deciduous Chen. There's the Blizzard on top of him. Oh, they don't go for the kill. Whoa, oh, 40 HP. The slide from Krotos will keep him up. And he looks to be like he'll be getting out of dodge. And they walk away with all members still.
Yep, Chen, living on the edge, drinks to fight another day.
Yeah, that's right. I guess he was walking in there a little bit drunk, not knowing where he was. Oh, but Krotos, there's a barrel from Karnith, and he won't be able to make it out. So close to dying, walking a little too close to the Punisher. Alley-oop there almost secures the kill.
Wow, 2 close calls on deaths on the side of DG Prime. Both just living on the edge.
Yeah. They do finally secure 7 here. We're going to see the Wild Growth. We're going to see the Subterranean Shield. The Shot of Fury is actually going to come out instead of the Poison Spear. We're going to get the Relentless Soldier, which is going to be really good with the stuns and the Ice Lance. So we're going to see the normal build so far from Jaina. On the other side, we have the Loudspeakers, Pinball Wizard, One Good Spread, and probably the rest of the Lurking Arm build. We also have the Ring of Fire and Brewmaster's Balance. So he's not opting for any of the new updated talents. We also have the Turbocharge, the Rift Shock, Thick Skin, and finally Incendiary Elixir. So the cute build of Greymane. Ooh, looks like it's gonna fight, fight about to break out there. They do converge in DG Prime, trying to hold this. I'm not sure if they're gonna re-engage or not. Like this is really good for DG Prime with Stukov Silence here.
Yeah, Silence securing this camp for sure.
Yeah, and Rowan puts up, you know, those zoning tools that basically, if you walk through there, he's going to blow it up, and then you're going to eat a ton of damage. So really nice job from Rowan there.
Yeah, it's interesting that he went Q build with Greymane because it doesn't seem to do as much work. I personally would have went his beast build. That way he could burst through any kind of John Cena that comes through quicker. Yeah. But I guess they need the wave clear, so maybe that's why he went that.
I think they're trying to play safe here in that he's concerned about like Karnith burrowing in. Whoa.
Yeah, Probius just got slowed almost indefinitely by both Mouth and the Jaina there.
Yeah, and definitely not what you want from your best pusher in your team. So it's going to allow them to hit 10 a little bit earlier. It's not going to really be a make or break situation, since you know 10s will be around the corner for Prime as well.
Little skirmish top between the Greymane and Sonya again.
Graduation getting a little too ballsy still, like thinking he can 1v1 a Sonya, which is definitely not the case.
He's gonna have to rotate soon after he taps.
Yeah, that's one downside. He tapped now, which means that unlike Sonya should have her tap available, and she can rotate to tap during this objective if she needs it. Now, Greymane is still stuck in top lane. Finally going to be coming down here.
Yeah, he's late to the party on this one.
Oh, yeah. I guess his invitation was a little slow. There's a slide from Krotos. There they go on to hitting on his, but Karnith is now on to Chen. Chen is getting blasted, but Jingle Sassy gets Graduation to chomp on him. And Chen will walk away perfectly fine. Greymane is in a bad position right now, but the rest of the team is ready to come on in. A slide from Krotos to try and disengage for Graduation. He does have his own disengage, but Karnith is going to come on in. This silence, and it won't be enough. So two members
excellent
go
follow-up
down.
by the Mouth.
Yeah, that was very nice. They lose Chen and they lose Greymane, and this should be an easy objective now for Wedge of Destiny.
Yeah, all the while they're lacking a team fight advantage in any of these skirmishes, picking the Probius, and lo and behold, he's just not pushing out lanes like we kind of expected or him to do.
Yeah, I feel like what's also happening is that they were committing to that fight, and by the time, like, now he's just finally got to the top lane. The top lane basically gets cleared out after the Punisher is already on them. Karnith is going on to Chen. There's the Blizzard. There's the follow-up Baru. And say goodbye to Chen. We hardly even knew the drunken guy.
Man, those roots are on point right now on the side of Wedge of Destiny. He's
Yeah.
securing a lot of kills with them. He's putting them in very nice places for his team to follow up on.
Yeah, the combination of the roots, the slows, and the stuns, it's kind of like they're all such good synergy tools. If you have a stun, it's super easy to land Jaina's abilities. If you land Jaina's abilities, it's super easy to land the stuns. And then it makes life super easy for Dargok, especially if he's going to be the last one in that chain.
Yep. After that all happens, Probius still can't get a keep yet. He's working on it, but he's still a little bit struggling here. He's pushing in this top wave right here. He might get about halfway before they respond, but now he's going to have to rotate to the bottom.
Yep. Chen is in really deep. There comes the stun, and then the root. Jingle Sassy, though, way out there. He'll be walking away perfectly fine now. So 13s have been picked up. We got the Ice Block, the Acid Drenched Mandibles, the No Escape. So like Acid Drenched Mandibles in combination with Jaina is absolutely bonkers since you have perma slows. Oh, we have a crowd, a stage dive. Storm, Earth, and Fire coming out. Jaina going to be going down the Silence. Karnith is getting nuked down from the Panda Pals. And Graduation has body blocked. And now we got the Panda Pals coming on in for the body block. Dargok has nowhere to go except to his grave.
Good kill by the Grey Main there, and a nice initiation. DG Prime popping their ults and securing that bottom camp. They came through just killing off two key players for the team.
Yeah, I was kind of questioning the stage dive at first. I was like, oh, why are they fighting over this? Like, this isn't that much. But to be fair, they walked away with 2 kills, and they really need that to get the 13, which they now have, and allow themselves some breathing room to get clear pressure with that Probius.
Yeah, it seems to be Wedge of Destiny's unfazed by this because all that while, Sonya got the top keep.
Unfortunately, Karnith is looking to run, but Kratos with a beautiful rotation, waiting for the burrow. Karnith has nowhere to go, and it's a gangbang on the side of a Prime onto the Bug.
Yeah, DG Prime now gaining momentum in this match. They got, what, 3 kills in the last 30 seconds or so?
Yeah.
A couple invades. They should be able to push a little bit more.
Sonya, watch out for that bush hidden, because they were hidden in there, waiting for you.
Okay, Akuma, what's going on here? What is this team up to?
I feel like they finally pulled it together, and Wedge of Destiny is making like the classic mistake. We're ahead. They start taking like the easy street, if you will. They just sit back and it's like, we're just straight chilling. This game's ours, but the game isn't theirs yet. They have yet to take a keep. And this just lets, Prime, who's clearly more focused, and they're also hungry to get back into this game. But Chen going really far out there.
Yeah, they're pulling the classic Chen aggro the tower for us indefinitely. Chen still has that power.
Yeah. That's definitely one of his strongest things. He almost works like a mini Syl in that get the tower to focus you and just drink through it. Jingle Sassy is going to see him. Kratos, though. Oh, Kratos is really deep in there. He's going to slide on out, though. I actually think that would have been a good fight for them to take because that would have been a really nice slide onto 2 key members. And they have all their heroics available as well.
Yep, good grab on the Bruiser camp by the side of DG Prime before the Shrine. This is actually going to help their lane on top.
Yeah, it's going to help a lot. So I never said the 13s that were picked up. We had the Face Melt, the Virulent Reaction, the Touch of Honey, the Shield Bag. There's a slide onto Mouth. Dargok is going to Ice Block here. Here comes the Panda Pals. The Gate from Probius doing so much. There comes the Blizzard, though, on top of the Panda Pals. The Stage Dive. Jingle Sassy super low. The Root, though, will keep them from further engaging there. We got the Pandas going on down and hitting Unis all the way deep in there. Kratos trying to escape. He will not be making it out. There they go. The Silence follow-up, the Cocoon, and now Prime is losing this really handedly at this point.
Yeah, the power of Sonya coming through on there, just working on the back line while his team just kind of survives any kind of engagement. Allowed her to stay in the mix on the Shrine and just wait for the team to come back and help clean up everybody.
Yeah, it felt like hitting essentially. Well, you can also see like 16 versus 15 at this point. It was 15 versus 15, but they were close to 16. Their single kill probably popped them over to 16. I missed that, and at that point it became, it was already a 5v4. with 16 talents, which if we take a look at, we have Moonlit Harmony, the Epicenter, the Nerves of Steel, Titan Grenade, and Numbing Blast. Like, all these tools are now available. 16 is now hit finally for Prime, but I feel like hitting, getting onto that backline, and then Dargok surviving with that ice block with the follow-up route saved that shrine and won them that shrine.
Yeah, Punisher just working on the team right now as Wedge of Destiny is pushing on this keep. They might be able to get this keep and even go further. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, if they pick up one kill, Chen is using the Panda Pels. He's going on in. There's the stage dive. Vayne having to ice block, and they are on the backline. Tychus is not going to be long for this world. I don't think a root's going to save him. The Probius low. There's nowhere for them to go. Chen is about to go down, though. There's the Panda Pals out of it. He is going to be super low. There's the kill, though, onto Mouth. The root onto Krotos, and he will be able to get out. There's the spread from X152 leader, the Stu Cop. This Gia is just enough shield to survive, and they get
wow,
one
living
kill.
on the edge.
Yeah, I mean, Krotos is looking for the kill here. He's looking to chase, but no one's with him. I would love to see that happen. Problem is the rest of Prime is not ready because they're so low. All their tools are basically down. If Krotos could have actually caught someone out there, they could have theoretically gotten themselves another kill.
Checking the siege. I think DG Prime still wants to fight, so they're probably gonna force the fight here on siege.
Yeah, they do have the null gate up. They have stage dive up in a few seconds. We're going to have Storm, Earth, and Fire is going to be up in 20 seconds. There's a slide, the miss there. But they now have pressure, double camp in the mid lane, and they're going to pick up the bottom camp so they can start sieging bottom for pretty much for free as they have 5.
Yep, DG Prime just carrying this momentum right now. Probius able to help them secure camps fast and push lanes.
Yeah, and Greymane is one away from completing Incendiary Elixir, which is going to really help because he'll be able to spam it significantly more now. So I like this play from Prime. They realize, like, Sonya is sitting there still dealing with this siege, the 6th siege, and there goes Chen onto Fane. The curse bullet lands onto Fane, but they're just going to work on actually destroying this fort.
They need to still kind of address top lane as it's starting to push onto the core with catapults.
Yeah, there's 3 catapults heading on into there, and if they don't address this very quickly, they're going to start taking core damage. Okay, there they go. They got Probius coming on back. He'll clear this up really quickly and rotating over onto their cruiser camps. And now they just need to time it well so that it can help de-push the siege.
Here's an aggressive setup for DG Prime getting in position, and I think they want to invade again.
Oh, they stole it. They realize that right now, you can see a nub rotated down there. Additionally, if you're Wedge of Destiny, you probably don't want to risk the situation of throwing the game when you're almost 20. But this is really nice for Prime as it buys them a lot of pressure relief.
I must say, there's really some really nice, interesting invades by DG Prime, capitalizing on the stage dive.
Yeah, they use the stage dive very aggressively, and I really like how they are using it. Basically, they're like, okay, I'm going to be going here. We're going to take this camp. We have vision on it, and there's not a whole lot they can do. But 20s have been picked up, and they're going to have to back out very shortly here.
ETC set up. Looks like he's about to go in, but he misses the slide. Odin popped. Let's see what happens here.
Chen is rooting in place. There comes Sonya. They're going to blow up Chen. Oh my god. Absolutely bodied there. Chen had a few too many drinks and went blackout drunk there. So the root in place onto Rowan, and Bane obliterates Pervious, sending him back to the Protoss base in StarCraft 2.
Yeah, Wedge of Destiny awarded with the Punisher after taking out 2 essential key players on the side of DJ Prime, and they have long timers. So I think if they do this right, they could definitely go for core.
Yeah, because they're going to have still the 20 advantage here. And for 20s, we had the Life Bloom come out, the Rewind, Ignore Pain, Big Red Button, and finally Winter Mute, which is, it's insane. Like, once you get Winter Mute with Icy Veins, it's basically say goodbye to whoever you actually hit. If they can hit 20, then they still have hope. They're still a few, probably a good, 20 seconds away from hitting 20 here. There's the burrow from Karnith. He's going to be trapped on the other side. They're not going to be able to do too much. Punisher's at half-life, hitting Unis. Okay, there's the Cocoon. All members are back up. They still don't have 20. And there they go. Silence from X152 leader is going to help ensure that they cannot engage there. But they lose the keep. Oh, there's a nice shove sending... No.
Aish. Stukov punished for using his ult like that. You'd never want to use that when the Punisher's around.
Yeah, there's the root. There's the slide from Krotos trying to disengage. No one to disengage on. Panda Pels are out. Big Red Button. The core is taking 80% damage already. 70%. There's the stage dive onto Fane and Dargok. Silence coming on out as well. And the core is just getting melted. Pinion Uni is just smacking it upside its head right now. And
yeah, Dargok with that beautiful silence by the Malfurion as soon as he stage dived. I like that.
Yeah. The Dargok silence coming in. Perfect timing. In Wedge of Destiny, taking game number 1. It was a little back and forth, but for the most part, Wedge of Destiny mostly controlled that game. And if we look at like the damage numbers, what's actually interesting to me is that Tychus didn't have nearly the same sort of like DPS as Jaina. He was about 20k less than Jaina. Like Jaina did so much DPS that game. And Greymane was trying to keep up above Tychus, not quite there with the Jaina. The Probrius keeping up with the Tychus for the most part. The Chen and ETC both kept up in total DPS numbers. And then in actual terms of healing, Malf hitting 53.8k, Stukov hitting only 37.6k. When you're behind, numbers are going to be hurt a little bit there.
Yeah, excellent synergies with their ultimates. Many of those skirmishes, Tychus, Odin pop to zone people, Jaina slows, enables Anubarak, roots, Sonya burst damage. Well played by Wedge of Destiny. Even though they were getting invaded, they still stuck it together and synergized all their abilities well.
Yeah, they definitely did. So we'll be going to game number 2, guys. Sit on tight, and you'll be able to enjoy some replays, if you will. So